Hello VOD watchers, welcome to the stream. I hope that you enjoy. Today we're going to be playing a bit of bingo. I'm just going to do a bit of setup briefly here and then we'll get right into the stream. Alright, welcome to the stream. We're going to give a couple more minutes to just let people feed into the stream before we begin today's activities. Today, though, you might already notice down in the description there's a bit of a spoiler there. But one day before the Hypixel Bingo Skyblock card comes out, I'm coming out with my own bingo card celebrating 20,000 hours on my Skyblock profile. Now that's a lot of time, admittedly. Most of that time is idling on my island or waiting around in a lobby waiting for it to start. But that is still over 2 years of Skyblock gameplay on the server, having a computer online, and I think to some extent that's impressive. So, I've created a bingo card full of things to do within a little under 3 hours before I hit my 20k playtime. My goal is to complete everything on this card. Now, we might not hit it. The stream either ends when I hit my 20k celebration, or when the bingo card is completed, if that happens after the 20k celebration. So, let's actually pan over to the different windows. See, I'm professional streamer now. We've got... Never mind. Silly me. There we go. We have a bingo screen. So this is going to lay out all of the tasks that we have, and whenever I click on a task to complete it, it will mark it off. So you can see that we have tasks from a variety of different places in this game. There's stuff from farming, stuff from combat, some stuff from fishing. We're gonna try our hand at completing everything on this card within under 2 hours. Some of these are timed tasks, like a farming contest. Some of them require us to sit in a party finder queue. It's going to be chaotic. We're gonna try our hand at doing as many of these as we can, and I'm gonna try to take a pause or a screenshot with the exact 20k playtime number, if at all possible. So another window that I have, I'm very proud of this. We have a specific bingo card streaming scene with the bingo card in the top corner. It might not be as visible on mobile compared to the big bingo card, but this should be up at all times. And I'm going to do my best to knock out as many of these as I possibly can. And I'll try to keep it updated as well as I knock them off of the card, so that you have a nice visual representation during the stream of what gets completed when. So we're going to begin this in just a moment. And we're going to start off the time by actually running the playtime command on Skyblock, that will tell us what exactly our time is from the moment that we log in. Now, one quirk of playtime that I will mention before we begin is if you're not on the island on the specific moment that it ticks over to the next minute of playtime, it might not count the time entirely accurately. Within a decent margin of error, it's been 20k hours on Skyblock, but it's probably been a little more than that, if we're going to be honest already. We do a lot of switching around on islands on Hypixel Skyblock, and if I'm not on the island for that next time, it could void 50 seconds of my time. That can also happen during this challenge, so if the time does not look entirely accurate, that's why. I did a little bit of research into this ahead of time. But for all points of clarification, the /playtime command is the final arbiter in terms of this challenge, and I have not had an opportunity to playtest how complex it's going to be to get into any of these challenges. I will try my best, though. It is also not exactly the weekend anymore, so Party Finder queues might be a little bit more dead. That with the max perk Aatrox as well coming around, it's not looking too good for us. Anyways, let's get going on the Skyblock grind. If I'm going to briefly, a little bit of hesitation here, of the stuff that I want to focus on first, this is very important, as is this and the 2 Kudra things as well. Where's the second Kudra? That's crazy. There's Kudra. Those all require a significant amount of... well, this one's super easy. I'm going to do that as soon as I log in. And then these 2 require a Party Finder, which might not fail. And then for the sake of Master Mode and regular dungeons, that's any dungeons that I want to enter. It is honestly just going to be whichever one's the lowest tier that's going to fill. It doesn't make sense to do an M7 or a floor 7 when those could take up and eat away at a significant chunk of our time. Back to the proper streaming window. And we're going to begin in 3, 2, 1. Let the bingo speedrun begin. Alright. So, notably, it appears that I have a mining setup. I'm also going to do one of the things that I would genuinely hate if I were to be in a co-op with myself. I'm going to just be dumping things randomly. The point is speed. Playtime. As you can see, we have about 2 hours and 40 minutes to do everything in this challenge. So the task is not to refuel my minions. The task is to collect everything and have a brief moment of celebration if I finally get an Apex. Nope. That is no Apexes collected today. Very unfortunate. And we dump everything in here. Alright, we have our mining set up. There's a challenge for one of each commission. We're going to do that, starting with the Dwarven Mines and Glacial Tunnels. A completed commission that I already have locked and loaded, I'm not going to count it. I have to do from 0%. The only one that I can really do here is Mithril Miner. So we're going to go Cliffside Veins and mining speed boost away. It's unfortunate. Most of my other ones are event focused in the Dwarven Mines right now. So I've really put myself into a bit of a pickle here in terms of having to do this Mithril Miner. It's one of the longer ones that I have to do from this chain. We can see that we're over 50% done already. There is no active event to help us in the Dwarven Mines to make this any faster. Other notable challenges solo include I'm going to need to look out for a farming contest and rush to the garden in an attempt to get bronze. Most things other than melon are very easy to get bronze in. But melon, if that's the one that I choose to go for, is not going to be a fun time. Alright, base camp. So, Maniac Slayer doesn't count. Aquamarine Gemstone Collector would, Tungsten would as well. We're going to go for Aquamarine because my mining speed boost is still on cooldown. And then Crystal Hollows Commissions is going to be the next one. There's not a easy commission to do in the Crystal Hollows. Alright, Yogg Slay's partially completed. Okay, I lied. There is one. It's called Fist Slayer. Fist Slayer is the easy one. 1 fist killed. I need to kill a total of 5. 2 fists killed. And we can use our mining speed boost. 4 fist killed. And dig through the wall. What is... Oh, that's water. I thought I was getting some sort of texture glitch for a second. And 5 fist killed. That is 1 commission completed from every single area. Alright. Next up, we're going to take a look here at the upcoming farming contest. Is in 1 minute. Melon, potato, pumpkin. Pumpkin is going to be the one that we shoot for here. Pumpkin makes the most sense. I'm skimming through here. We're going to go warp garden. When I say fill the composter, I mean fill the composter 100%, up to the top. Alright. It's also going to be important that I have mage gear. So I'm going to first empty the composter of all of its materials. And we're going to dump and sell. And once more, sacks, sell everything. Pop out the oil barrels. I cannot help it if the composter is somewhat full already with materials, but I'm going to dump all of the stuff in there. Composter is now full. The composter is a fantastic way to make money, especially as you level it up, but even in the early game, you can usually turn a profit on the materials that you're entering into the composter. So, while I might not recommend you fill it all the way, because that can waste a little bit of those slim margins, just filling it up every once in a while whenever you log in to do the garden, it is super helpful. Alright, next up, I don't believe that we need to worry too much about pests, but we do need to lower down our total pest count on the island because our farming fortune is abysmal at this point. Aurora Armor, though, does help us to show where all of the pests are on the island. So we're going to rush around and pick up some pests. I hate doing this without the mod. I hate doing this in general. There's a reason why after I max Pest Bestiary, I hate coming back to the garden. It's because every single time I load this place, I have to farm 8 pests for no purpose. They don't even make that good of money anymore, because everyone gets 8 pests. So I could rely on the pests that are spawning in right now, and hope that I have a rat or something, which is going to give me some equivalent of contest placement, but you can see already I've got a little bit of participation on melon, and it is brutal right now. It's already up to 40k melon collection. Now you can get melon pretty fast, but most of these other pests are going to cap out at about 1 or maybe 2 pests total collected, if we're being generous. Alright, I'm going to briefly swap over here. Farming speed is already on the correct place. I'm just going to start in the middle of my farm here. I'm going to try to adjust to the correct angle. And how much do we think is going to guarantee a bronze? I'm comfortable with going for a little bit of time, but I don't want to dump all of my energy or time into this. I've already spent 2 minutes total on the garden. Let's knock out, fill the composter, and we haven't technically gotten a bronze medal yet, so we're going to have to wait until this farming contest ends. But farming bronze, let's go for, I'm going to say 32k. I think if it goes above 32k, I will be baffled, and I'll put more time into this next time. But usually people don't care that much about getting within the top 60%. They'll put in the least amount of effort possible, and even what I'm doing right now is a bit excessive in terms of effort for a farming contest. Let me turn on a bit of game sounds for everybody. I realize that I have that off. I usually play without sounds, but maybe some people enjoy the little jingles of Skyblock. This is one of the few times that we're going to be repeatedly farming something. So... and we're approaching 32k. There we go. Alright. And we're going to put away both farming implements. We also got a squash. I actually forgot that that was one of the goals. Get a squash. So perfect overlap there. We're going to now go Warp Desert. Actually, this exists. Warp Trapper. And we're going to kill our trapper animal. That's somewhere in the overgrown cave here. That's here. There we go. Animal killed. We have killed a trapper. We've also claimed our Inferno minions. We did that at the start. Now we're going to Warp Park. And we're going to max out the rain. There is one person here on Iron Man fishing. I'm about to make this guy's day. Ooh, egg. So it maxes out at 30 minutes. Enjoy, have fun. Max rain timer. This, unfortunately, is not the place where we want to be fishing. I realized also that in the Crystal Nucleus, getting a Nucleus run is one of the tasks. I also don't feel like I have my Mana Reforge on at the moment. Yeah. There we go. A little bit less damage, but mana is most important overall right now. And we're going to go Crystal Nucleus. So, I don't believe that I have any crystals. I do not. So we're starting from scratch. We're going to crack out the wishing compasses here. I've done a perfect 50 Nucleus runs on my account, but I do believe that if I run out of things to do in the game, it's worth pursuing wishing on a Devon's Alloy at some point. Look at this! It's one of those hoppity hunters. I guess everybody does that now. Alright, so, using these wishing compasses, we can try to navigate over to the correct location. Zooming through... and this should be the... is this the Queen's Den? No, it's a different location. Does it point us to the King's or Queen's area first? Logically, it should go to the King's area. There we go. And then from here, we're going to find the queen. Okay, I already have the eggs that I need. Does not matter what you give me. Yep. The biggest part of downtime is this guy. Just a single goblin egg? I thought it was 3. Alright, from the looks of things, people have already dug in the correct direction. There we go. Warp CN. Now, we're going to panic purchase a precursor apparatus here. That's going to guarantee 100% of the parts here. Now, my co-op member has the mole pet at the moment, but I would strongly recommend, if you're doing Nucleus runs of your own, grab yourself a mole pet. Makes it a lot easier to get the tools, which is one of the things that we're going to have. And we're going to suffer through. I also realized I could probably have saved this to be my Nucleus one, or the Amethyst Crystal, which we're about to go do right now. Either of those could have been my Crystal Hollows commission, rather than going for Fists. But you live and you learn. We're kind of optimizing the route as we go along. This is the first time I've tried to complete something of this scale. Oh look, Hardstone Miner. Yet another commission option that I could have done instead. I'm realizing... Is this... Oh, great. Well, I might have to go to a different lobby for Temple, because it threw me out into Precursor right now. Or into Mithril Deposits. But we'll take it anyways. Alright, this will be one of the most tedious parts of the run. The parkour is also tedious in its own special kind of way, but this is especially going to be slow. I think not having the mole pet could be a death sentence on this run. Just with how bad it was getting tools before mole pet was added. If that carries through over here, I'm gonna be here for a number of minutes downtime. I could just purchase a mole pet. I have 2 of them. Alright, there's 1 tool. I do have a set of tools on my island I could grab. But again, I'm trying to do all of this from scratch. Of course, like any gear that I'm doing to run Kudra, obviously that's going to be something that I already have, but I think it's against the spirit of the run to just prep an hour or so ahead of time and have all the stuff completed for it. And with the people who are looking at the bingo card, your profile might not be at this stage, but you can make your own randomized set of tasks. You could go for 5 in a row. I'm going for Blackout, because that's what I have to do every month on the Hypixel Skyblock bingo anyways. I go for Blackouts. I wonder what it would look like if there was a significantly harder bingo, but most of your points got rewarded from the actual 4 in a row rather than requiring... Okay, now... There's a part to this that concerns me. I need to kill Bal. I hear the squishy, squashy sounds of Bal. Yeah, so Bal is there. Since I didn't kill Bal, now I have to wait for whatever cooldown it is for Bal to reset. And that's gonna strongly inconvenience me. I might have to go to a different lobby to recover from that. The good news is we know where Bal is. If getting these tools takes long enough, Bal could have respawned. We're already about 15 minutes into the challenge. And I am getting disoriented by the stupid stash. Go away. Oh god. I hate it. I hate it here. Hearthstone is the worst now that it has dedicated block fortune. Just fills up my inventory so arbitrarily fast. Okay, that's 2. Halfway done with tools collection here. Is that Bal already respawn? What the heck? Okay, we're killing Bal. Alright, maybe it's worth it. I imagine whoever's doing this already has it kind of covered. Alright, way to go, team. Thanks for the carry, by the way, whoever that was. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's not much I can do to try and solo Bal. If someone else is in the lobby, I have to put up with their presence. There's no such thing as a private mini-boss. What in the world? It's like someone kind of dug holes for all of these things. Why are you like that? I thought the gold respawned. Or does it not respawn specifically where the chests come in? Alright, one more. Gold hammer, right? For some reason the emerald hammer is a wooden axe now. I am confused by that change, but I accept it. At least they're not the same tool. Now that the mines actually respawns, it's not that bad trying to hunt for these. It has been a long time since I've done a nucleus thing. An even longer time since I've tried without the mole pet. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I got the Skyblock XP before the mole pet came out. But then I tried hunting crystals, either for forging or some other reason with the mole pet. Because I remember the mole pet made nucleus runs significantly easier. Namely, this tool hunting I would have been done by now if I had the pet. Where is it? Oh, somewhere over here. There we go. Look for the hole in the ground. Opposite direction, it's over here somewhere. Is this people placing hardstone and then the hardstone is not getting replaced by gold? That would be an interesting reason for there to be potholes in the ground. I think that's a long-standing bug, actually. If you place a different kind of block, it might stop, like a crystal or something, from respawning when it normally should. There we go, hidden behind the corner here, and we are still on the hunt for a golden axe. Painful. A painful time sink this one is. And we're not even done with the nucleus run yet. We still have to get the amethyst. Oh no. Oh no. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Alright, so it's probably back over now? Okay, so kind of this direction. There we go. I keep getting things that I don't need. I feel like I'm being led around in circles. Okay, this is getting a little bit silly now. I just want the one tool, please. Did they change how the tools work? It used to be if you had a tool in your inventory, it wouldn't roll for that specific copy. But it felt like you would still get one by now. Hey! Great work, whoever got that bell pet. Lucky you. Unlucky me. Okay. There we go. Finally. Wait, that guy got a Scatha? Okay, not just now. Got it today. Warp. CN. It's probably... You know what? I have to kill the broodmother 3 different times. So, between warping to lobbies, I should be checking if the broodmother has a spawn up there. Otherwise, I'm gonna miss out on the broodmother, and that would be not good use of my time. Alright, putting some stuff away, checking for... Can't seem to locate anything. Well, back to nest. Alive. Okay. This is broodmother 1 of 3. Warp. Crystal nucleus. Look around. Nice rainy cloud thingy. Can't seem to locate anything. Is this the same lobby? Well, it's definitely not the same broodmother lobby. That's 2 of 3. If only it were always this easy to get broodmothers, I'd have the bestiary done by now. Okay, this is a bit excessive. Come now, come on. Is this the same lobby? 1025. Nope, these are 3 different lobbies, all without jungle temple. Warp nest. Unfortunately, not 3 different lobbies, all with the broodmother, because that would be too much to ask. Okay. We actually have a temple in this one. I feel so bad for people who have to nucleus route modern day. Alright, so it's over and down in this direction. Alright, so just down. I should probably do something along the lines of disabling them all. Oh. Oh, you point me towards the guy who has the key if I don't have a key? I'm dumbstruck. Befumbled. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder you couldn't locate anything. You have to locate the silly village with the wishing compass first if I don't have a key in my inventory. I could have been cycling the jungle lobbies looking for this for quite a while. Lucky that I found that. Now, if only you could give me Corleone on the wishing compass. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. What's this? Is that the place that you go to glitch into the air? Okay, this is excessive. This is just a little bit excessive. Alright, where's the entrance? I've found the probable exit, guys. Alright, so... is that just us cycling around? Okay. What if I go up? There we go. Alright, teleport abilities don't work, but it doesn't matter, because I'm a parkour champion. Yeah, that's right, that's what this is. It's parkour champion time. I get to flex not failing the jungle temple. Okay, but just in case. Just in case. Let's go and grab that. That's not the right item. That could have been disaster. There we go! It's this item. Not playing with a texture pack is also disastrous sometimes. I don't know why I pulled out the creeper, and technically I've already failed, so now I can't fail anymore. Because I already missed that jump. That's how it works. No more failures. Not today. Ooh. Stress. I hate it here. I feel a pit in my chest every single time I have to do this parkour. More so right now, because it just takes a long time to do it. Alright. Smart. Smart. Use the Wither Cloak to block arrow damage, and just rush through it. If I see arrows that I've already launched, go anyways. Okay, I had to wait for those. Those are an exception. That's probably the most stressful point of this for me. Rush ahead. Does not matter. I have a cloak on. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I think that's the final stretch, and then we're done now. Again, it's been ages since I've touched that parkour. Back when I was doing Jungle Temple, you could use Black Cat. Alright, do I wait for the second chest? It could have a lot of powder in it. We'll knock out the complete a nucleus run on the bingo card. We're also going to... we're not done with Broodmother, we gotta kill one more. Warp Nest. Come on. Big money! Frick. Alright. So we are done supposedly with mining stuff. So I'm just gonna dump all of the mining gear somewhere in there. Future me's problem to sort that out at some point. I'm gonna pull out all of my Kudra gear, including I need ender pearls, a rod, and the shop item. I'm blanking on how I organize my inventory usually. I think it's something like that. Alright. And actual equipment on. Mining equipment can go in here. And I already switched to mage reforges. I've now switched to mage gear. Warp Kudra. I'm gonna go see what the party finder looks like right now. Burning and fiery tier. Okay. I'm stun. Very promising. Means I don't have to do stunning. We love to see it. It has been over 20 minutes. I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the hub. I am still in the party with this person. No guarantee that it starts. I got a silver bracket. The goal is to get bronze plus. Silver counts as that. Congratulations to me. I'm now going to warp drag. Summon dragon. I'm taking that as I have to summon it, but there's also a task of getting a summoning eye first. So we're gonna get this, and then we're gonna okay, so there's people here. There's no such thing as a private zealot lobby. I could go for the weaker Enderman. I might get them in a higher quantity. I don't know how pity works on this, if it translates over between the zealots. I believe it does. I don't believe it translates between the lobbies, so I definitely want to be doing this before my Kudra party starts. This is also a burning tier Kudra, so I will need toxic arrow poison. If your party is good enough, you can sometimes skip tap on a burning tier. You always need it on fiery. The things that are slashes between basic hot and burning fiery, it's just because I don't know which one of those is going to start. Likewise, people gatekeep Inferno, so without a dedicated party, it's not really something that I could party finder, and this already is brutal in terms of how long it's taking my party finder group to actually start. Hang on. There is this. There's an Enderman pad. I've just never grinded before for the summoning eyes. I've never had to have this even remotely be a consideration in my head of, I want to get a special zealot quicker. So that's a zealot with a chest. Okay, so there's people with a bow. Bow users prevent me from getting most of these kills. I take it people are doing this to level up their funny kill count on armor. most of you should just be buying a secondhand set. And then those of you who have a high kills set, if you're not planning on doing... most people who do high tier zealots or high tier void glooms, I believe they just do it either in mage or crimson armor these days anyways. You don't really need final destination. Unfortunately, I may have underestimated. Okay. That's okay. Our group is together. Here we go. Alright. I usually go triangle. I can go X, or I guess I have no clue where the safe spots are without mod. I don't have mod right now, so womp womp, I guess. We'll have a slightly slower run because you guys took my default spot. Alright. This appears to be kind of... If I drag it over, it's safe spotted. Okay, leaving out of it, please. Alright, I really want to get this before any tentacles come up. Alright. Now, I definitely want to get tap from somewhere. Here's my tap. Okay, bro has it. Specialist class. Ballista mechanic. Okay, we gotta hope that the stunner knows what they're doing now. Okay, we gotta hope that that guy who got the crates actually knows how to bring the crate back to middle. Please? What? I thought that was everything. I guess we still have one over here. I mean, I kind of did my job. I brought 2 crates to middle. I probably should not have stopped as early on as I did, though. Alright. Crunch time! Welcome to the stream, Rui. I hope you enjoy. Dropship incoming. That's going to be unfortunate for our stun. Just something to keep in mind. Alright, we actually completed Ballista. Great work, team. Set up this. Okay, Blaze is killed. And that stun was fantastic. This is why you label yourself as I'm stunned, heading out the party like that. Now, technically there was nothing wrong with this run. I hate it when people do this to me. But also, DUI for a run. Believe. I don't hate you guys. I just, ooh, Blazing Fortune seems like a shard I want to pick up. Again, something for future me to fix another time later. Warp. Kudra. Very happy that the run got completed very quickly. Basic tier says that he wants teeth. Alright, I can get behind that. Back to drag. I'm starting to think that if we're resetting Zealot Pity, it's not actually worth grinding a Zealot right now. Let's knock off the... where is it? Burning Fiery Kudra. Warp. It's also not worth doing super pairs. But we can start chipping away at the mini-bosses, actually. Because I'm already in my mage setup. Let's swap over. I was doing that all in Enderman the entire time. Lucky me. Looking around, I do not see Blade Soul. Which means someone's probably cycling minis in this lobby. I usually don't kill Mage Outlaw. But there's a first time for everything. Okay, you don't hit him while he's in the air. If you've got a Thunder Bottle that needs to be charged, you can let him zap you with those lightning bolts. You also need to kill these heads or he becomes invincible. For some reason that other head is invincible for a small amount of time. This is just a lot of waiting for him to go through the cycles. Okay. And you just don't want to be in the red circle, obviously. Yeah, that head is very much invincible. Hello? More phases than I remember to this boss. I wonder if that guild advertisement is a real guild or something that's just trying to rat people. I would like to... Oh. Yeah, this is why you don't hit him while he's in the air. He just reflects all damage back to you, and in most cases, your damage outpaces your survivability. Okay, this is silly. Die. I love solo damaging and top placing. Let's go. Great. Great. Okay. So this is why we don't queue for basic. Okay, hot tier. Hot tier daily. Let's go. Sure thing. Just get me in. Can I Barb-Duke? Yes, Barb-Duke is there. Barb-Duke from below. It's the best strategy. There we go. Next. That's 2 of the mini-bosses killed. Has Blade Soul respawned in this lobby? Have people killed Blade Soul? No, we haven't. Alright. Blade Soul dead. Alright, we're 3 out of 4 for a hot tier party. I feel like that should go by pretty quickly. There we go. Because I don't want to have to worry about Magma Boss or Ash Fang resetting. So we're obviously going to hold it back on this. Triangle, let's go. My natural habitat. We can put away the tap. Alright, record pace. It's crazy how some of the best parties are only around for a day. Myself included. Normally I'd want to run keys on these people with all the mini-boss keys I get. Unfortunately... Oh! Oh, wow! That just barely went down. PC. All orb. Anyone else is orbing. Alright, that should be good enough. Let's fire ballista. Great work, team. Let's see what we got. And preemptively, while death animation goes, kill basic and hot tier. That's done and dusted. Thank you for preemptively disbanding the party. I appreciate your existence. Have a nice day. Well, I guess I have to do it. It is the mandible, after all. Alright. Nest, not happening. Alright, back to Enderman. This is a more lively population of Endermen. I'm actually killing like 2 at a time. I wonder how intrusive a hype mage has to be before people start trying to leave the lobby. I guess I could have stacked this, because I believe one of my things is that I have to do 5... Do I have 5 void glooms on here? I'd rather do that stuff later. Playtime check. We're about 40 minutes into the challenge right now. I feel pretty good with our progress so far, but we're not past every single challenging hurdle yet. It's actually harder than I remember to get a summoning eye. I figure I would have gotten one at least by now. I guess if they were as easy as candy to pick up, they wouldn't be worth as much as they actually are right now. Still... this feels excessive. Like, it's a gut feeling equivalent to wrong. There should be like 1 in 240 kills. Because I think the normal one's 420. And I definitely feel like total I've killed way more than that required number. I'm getting annoyed. Crystal frag of all things. Let's go. Not a flag. There is no flag. Okay. We're going to the normals now. Somehow, this feels worse. It's definitely less competitive. But I'm sure that there's a reason for that. I don't believe that they made the Zealot Bruisers good enough that it's worth fighting half a lobby for. Especially when I can get double stacked Endermen like this. I feel like I'm netting more total Zealot kills that way, even if Bruisers would be 2x as efficient. Especially with how fast these Zealots seem to respawn right now. I just need one. Imagine being an Iron Man player and grinding for 4 of these, or 8 of these even. I'm very upset. I think the things that upset me the most in this game are the ones where, like, the barrier to entry to get an optimal setup is, it feels like pennies. Obviously to these people, they've probably spent a decent amount on their setup, but relative to me, I feel like I can't put in more effort into building a setup more than I already have, because there's a ceiling here with how far I can go. Also, there might be an issue with whatever mod I have. It might not be showing when a zealot spawns. When the special one spawns. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I've already gotten it. I don't know. Anything to compensate for the fact that I feel like I'm getting absolutely nothing. I guess I should have factored in here, like, people go a long time with a dry spell. Oh, there we go. Summoning Eye. We're done. Get a Summoning Eye. Complete. I guess I'll ask the question. Someone 4-4s with me. I'll do 2 drags. How about that? That's my compromise. Yes. Yes, I am a bingo splasher. That is one of my identities. One of many. I also stream. We can put away this. And these. And I don't know what the best pet is. We're just gonna run Ender Dragon. Frick it, we're gonna 8th place. What a good use of money. Oh, shoot. There you go. Wow, a claw, not even anything relevant. Let's go! This is why you don't gamble, kids. Speaking of gamble... hey Dre Gaming, how's it going? I'm gonna gamble a lot right now. Let's have fun. The first thing is gamble an Archfiend die. Now, technically, it doesn't say how much. I'm going until I get the 6. This already, it feels, that was like hardly any profit. Maybe something, I don't know. That felt really bad. That is Gamble on Archfiend. Alright, we're going to now... I have an accessory that I have been meaning to upgrade for the longest time. This haste ring. It can actually become a legendary talisman now. I don't know if it's 8 or how many enchanted cobblestone it is. But there we go. It's now legendary. And you know what that means? That also means we can busy enrich. Okay. Nope, it's an auction. Nope. Yeah, it's an auction house item. And we'll just take whatever the cheapest enrichment on the auction house is. It's a magic find. Let's go. Okay. Lovely. Next cheapest. Bit of a stickler for that 1 coin. Whatever. I don't care. Anvil. And with that... that is 1 accessory upgraded. And some Skyblock XP to boot with that. We love to see it. Alright. Oh, great. I haven't spawned a mine shaft yet. That will be a fun one. One of the best things that you can gamble on, though, is a Magma Lord chestplate. So we're going to do 2 gambles in one. I believe somewhere in here... I might have Magma Lord fragments. It doesn't look like there. Well, here's our Wheel of Fates. We're going to do one of these. And... unfortunately... it's not... oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to try to craft a God Roll chestplate. See if that works out for us. No. So what is this? Rerolls the attributes. So like this. Woo! 12 mil loss. Just to see if we get a gamble that works out in our favor. Well, it has Blazing Fortune. That's better than what we started with. I cannot imagine dumping billions of coins into a Wheel of Fate just to try to get a God Roll chess piece. I'm happy we got one of the possibly good attributes, though, on it. That's reassuring. So we've got 5 Void Glooms, 5 T5 Revs, a bunch of dungeons. Let's Swap over to dungeons. I have a hotkey for this, /DH. I think you can do /warp-DH as well. We're going to select the catacombs. Let's do at least a catacombs floor 5. Floor 5 is possible. Floor 6 is ideal. So let's see, can we get a floor 6 regular? 10k secrets requirement? Okay. I don't know which one I'm going for here. All mage. All mage. There we go. This does not look like my storm set. Okay, don't kill me. I said don't kill me. I was just trying to swap my armor over to the proper setup. You bully. Alright, we're gonna get quite a few spare bits and bobs. So these people, they of course want an S+. That means that I have to do all of the puzzles, secrets. We're not going for a comp run. And then again, most people don't go for a comp run when they do dungeons. It's kind of a waste of your time just to do a comp run. Go. We got the tank feeling bad. Also, this is one of the highest level regular floor 6 runs I've seen in a long time. Why are we assembling the equivalent of low-cata Avengers just to complete a regular floor 6 is beyond me. Is there something special afoot? There's not a Saddam die, is there? Still, I do think I'm one of the highest ones in the lobby. I don't know who this person is. I don't know what the missing secret is, but I do know that there's a missing blood room. Time to fix it. Alright. Oh, someone's Skytail's message. They can have my spot. I need to go. Alright, team, we got this. Dump on green. Knock out even more potential Kuja stuff. You guys all have it. Well, you guys can take him or leave him. I don't really care. All I know is I'm done with the runs. I mean, for the Avengers level threat we presented ourselves as, we are a 4-minute party, which is not crazy by any stretch of the imagination. Also, one of those items I threw in here is my wither blade. Thanks. Alright. That is regular dungeons completed. We're now on to search settings, Master Catacombs, floor 6. S+, no dupes. Well, I could go tank and hope that these people don't kill me. This, that's Livid, that's Sidon, these are full Necron, so Necron clear, and then actual tank later on. Okay guys, give me a second. What's the rush? What's the rush, homie? Ay caramba. Alright. I will need a little bit more gear to be prepared. Unfortunately. I'm not. I do not have all of the answers right away. Alright. So, our speedrun is super important. I'm very disoriented. It's been ages since I've done dungeons. Also, being a tank helps because now I don't have to worry about death as much. Things that would normally be a grievous injury are flexible. Right, where the hell? Hello there. Grievous injury, as I was saying. There we go. And whatever this room is here, it's either trap or yellow, I think. Yellow room, let's try it. Unfortunately, you got off the gapple, so it's a little longer, but whatever. And we're looking for Bat, which I think is in this corner, over here. Yeah. I don't actually know where all of this ends up. What I do know is that's important, and I also recognize that I probably need an inventory space. It's at least semi-free, or that could cause an issue. So we're going to just rapidly dump everything that I have in here. Insane clear, team says. Okay, well, I'll be the first to admit I know I'm rusty. Here's to hoping that I don't get immediately blasted to the next century. Hey, Rui. That's M6. Playtime is currently at... Oh, I need to castle the stone. Shit, hold on. Where's my orb? There it is. There we go. Castle is down. Yippee. About an hour and a half left in the challenge, and this is the last party finder thing that I need to accomplish. I'm leaving this party. Again. Somehow another 4-minute run. I'm not against 4-minute runs, but I thought we were better than that. IGTG, believe. You're annoying. You didn't give me a chance to say that I needed to leave, Mr. Party Leader. You also didn't give me a chance to check my chests. Nope. 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 Free chest. Also known as everything is boring. Alright. That is Master Mode Dungeons. Let's check... Can we get the final Broodmother? It's imminent. I'll wait it out. M7 during a timed challenge sounds like a nightmare, Rui. And yeah, good on that guy for having no downtime. But I wanted downtime. I can never get it when I finally want it. But then when I don't want downtime, the party finder dude, he's just going to be sitting in the party. Just chilling out. Probably switching his playlist around. That's 3 Broodmothers completed. Another task done. I think we should finish the Crimson Isle mini-bosses now. So, one of these really sucks on account of Ashfang. Need I say more? It is just one run, Rui, so I don't need to care about downtime. I wanted to be courteous and let these guys know before they start the next run that I needed to go, rather than after. Alright. A flare might work better here, honestly. So, I'm going to pop out the flare. So, I mana dump into reds if I don't get lagged into the next century. And it will be slow going for sure. And they teleport. Lovely. This is probably going to be the most scuffed of all of the things I'm going to do today, because I also can't move. I really want to do that. Huh? Huh? This boss fight confuses the frick out of me. Yay! 3 mil damage. It's gonna be so many. Yeah, take it. Take it. I've already done most of them, but if you're gonna do anything to help make Ashfang a little bit easier, I don't care. Just don't miss the orbs when I spawn them in. You can miss your own orbs, even, if I wasn't going to kill the blaze. Alright, round these guys up. Take them into the cryo pit here. That was a little better. That was like 8 mil damage that time. And no death. Alright, leave these guys over to the cryopet. What is it? The gravitational vortex or something edgy like that. This guy. You can die. You're gonna need to get at least one hit on one of the orbs to get kill credit early. That's 2 of them. One gravitational vortex. 2 gravitational vortex. Okay, those actually hit. Down to 22 million health. 24, I mean. It just healed up a little bit. Alright. That's 2. And 3 gathered all together. You guys go up into the vortex. Let me out. Okay. $12 mil. I might be able to get it this time if I get enough kills. That's 2 of them. 3 of them. We look for a vortex. Vortex is back here. Here we go. It means all of you go in the vortex, not just some of you. That before it despawns. It's always left with like 300k health remaining whenever I do it. That's silly. Okay, well this one will do it. And killed. Magma boss. Actually don't know. I think it's Warden helmet that I want to put on right now. And we're calling the Fun Police, also known as Maxwell. And I think it's Fortnite Reforges. I like how I responded in 2 different ways to that question. We'll keep Flare on us for now. We can put away Ice Spray though. I don't need that anymore. I'm just shuffling around my inventory as we go. Carrot King is another potentially time sink brutal one. There is no magma boss in this lobby. Nope, different lobby. I need to take you out of the lobby. Hopefully you weren't organizing too many things. Warp. Nether. Bugged boss. Not much I can do. I really want to get this one from 0. No. Stop. Go away. I want to get a lobby without goobers doing the magma boss. And without it already being bugged. That's annoying. No mana. Sipakan is the guy in the lobby. Okay, 0%. B-warp. I could have just taken the 70% one that I was in. Would have been a free boss. But this is also a free boss. It's not that hard to do. The biggest cost is having to refill my quiver. And also time, I guess. Time is probably the biggest one. There's a reason why everybody cycled around doing multiple instances of the lobbies of this thing, rather than doing it all from scratch. Because even though I'm breezing through it, now he's going to have to hop 3 times. 1... And pretty soon here. 2. I could keep shooting it and dealing more damage, but there is, I think, an integer limit to the boss, so there's no point. And 3, and now he's gonna split again, even though his health has been capped out for the longest time. And let's do it once more. Right again. I'm just gonna wander around here, pick up some of this XP, pick up a chocolate egg. Ooh, an epic one. And 3. Try not to let my teammate die. That would be unfortunate. Whoa. This is like the one thing I cannot guarantee. Rui, this is all you. There you go. Or whoever that other person was. I love that. This is just... It's off-center, too. Fantastic. Alright. Well, that's all Crimson Isle mini-bosses. I did the other 3 earlier while I was waiting for Kudra to start. Next up, we could either do Slayer or we go Rift. I'm gonna go kill Bacti. If you want to join Bacti, welcome to join. I'm gonna start it. I should have plenty of time to kill a Bacti. Again, it's been ages since I've gone to the Rift. Okay, well... We're gonna play a fun little game, which goes something along the lines of, I don't care that this is in the middle of a Bacti fight. I'm not resetting my Rift time for 32 grand XP bottles. Not worth the effort. Well, that's even more boring. I thought there was at least one more phase left before this. Okay, you know what? As penance, I'll go and kill Leech Supreme as well. Because that was trivially easy. Also, who knows if the mountaintop is going to require back defragments or anything like this. So, it's always fun to stock up on these things. Speculative investment. It's not even something that I can transfer over to my peers. I also got rid of the funny howling thingy, so... I'm going in with no damage buff. Womp womp. Hello, friend. Have I already given you extra time? I did. I did give you extra time. Just as a speculation here, do they... Okay, they have prevented you from going to the cheese spot now. The more people that are here, the more of those annoying leeches that spawn. Alright. Round and around we go. I just need to avoid heading into one that's already spawning in. And then by keeping constant movement, anything that normally would spawn behind me won't. I can take as many hits as you guys need. I am golden. Very efficient cleanup. I feel like I got more of those kills than I needed to. Okay, the laser's gonna suck. This guy just... Oh, smart! You can just hop it. And then... Boing. Oh. Oh. That's smart. Okay, team. Let's go. 8 frags of each. Yeah, it's always nice to have something to look forward to, Rui. Alright, we have Kill Back Day, which turned into Kill Everything. I'm not gonna bother spending the last of my Rift time. Playtime! We have about an hour and 15 minutes left. Oh boy, what do I do for the last bit of time if I get extra time? Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed that, Rui. Yeah, I'm a little bit rusty on the fight. And if I'm gonna be brutally honest here, I sat in the cheese spot. I'm gonna spawn one myself. You want in? First we're going to do... Let's follow the solver. Whoa. Such entertaining content. I played another server that had a game pretty much exactly copying this. There's a website full of memory tests and a bunch of other like type tests. For Human Benchmark, that's the website. Yeah, this is just Human Benchmark, but as an entire skill. I wish they would do, like, has this block shown up before in the sequence? That's a fun Human Benchmark one. I guess these are just easier to understand for people. Reaction time would suck because it's a ping-dependent issue. If you think Harp and Dojo are bad, imagine a reaction time test with the Hypixel lag when you've got over 100 ms connection to the server. I would not wish that on my worst enemy, really. Alright, and let's waste a Titanic. Yippee! The board is smaller than I remember. Alright. Which one gives the highest value? 43 gives the highest value. We'll take the free Titanic. We'll take this. We'll take that. Yeah, nothing really was lost. Throw out the redundant book, put the bottle away, and mark off super pairs. Alright. We have 2 different Slayer tasks, spawn a mineshaft, and fish up a Carrot King. You know what? I'm gonna leave the most tension-inducing thing for last. I can do all of these other ones in a fairly consistent method. Carrot King is the one that remains to be random. In fact, let's do the streamer view. Back to Bingo's scene. Whoa, look at that. You can see very clearly right now we have 4 things left to do. Spawn a mineshaft, 2 different Slayer tasks, and fish up a Carrot King. So, we are going to go and do the Slayer tasks right now. I believe I can just RCM kill everything. All of the above. We'll see how that goes. Revenants shouldn't pose any challenge to me at all. Yeah, really, it's kind of silly, because I'm going to be doing bingo now, and then I have a bingo stream that I gotta do. It's, a bit excessive. In fact, if anyone here is a VOD watcher, there will be a bingo stream taking place in less than 24 hours from now is when the bingo stream needs to take place. So, I'll catch you then. Right? September is a 30-day month, so that is how bingo works. Alright, and I should also swap back to Mage Reforge. It does say that you're going to need to get a pretty sizable amount of these Revenant kills, but most of these are actually going to come from mini-bosses that spawn. This was my habitat back in the day. There weren't 2 golden ghouls back when I did this. There was only 1. But I still had a lot to fight my way through in terms of grinding out thousands of T4s. Alright, team. Huh? Oh. Oh, he's mage immune. He's mage immune. Okay, okay. I see you, I see you. And I'm on Mage Reforge. Great. Well, the good news is he's standing still. Okay, please die now. Thank you. That is 1 of 5. How do I not know? It's been over a year since I fought one of these, Rui. It's been a while. Probably in some recessive part of my brain there was at least a small bit of concern. But I thought it was the dog that was melee immune, not the other one. Also, rip to you for using T-Rex. Mini boss, let's go. It also works on T1 Blaze. Don't discount that fact. I had to do hundreds of T1 Blazes to be able to start doing my bosses. Because I don't have someone carrying me. That is 2 T5s. Ooh, a mini. Let's go. Yum yum. Yeah. If I Slayer myself here real quick, it should Blaze Slayer. 200 T1 kills. Yippee. 5,000 T5 kills. 3,500 T4 kills. I do a bit of slaying. The T5s were mostly traded in the Crystal Hollows, to be fair, but the T4s I was doing legit in the crypts like this. This was my hometown. Okay, well, one of these is mine, one of these is yours. Okay, well, both of them were mine, I guess. Well, they made them slightly easier to get now. Slightly. I think that was 3, 4, 5. I think that's 4. I've already lost track. I've forgotten the number. Maybe if I scroll up in chat. It's the amount of Maddox rings. 1, 2, 3. Not counting that because that's the bag. 4, I think? So this is the 4th, or is it the 5th? Okay, well if I do more is not against the rules. Less would be. Oh, I could also check to see... No, because it doesn't show total XP. It just shows max level. How useless. How useless can you be? It's an information provider. I think that was supposed to be it, but... One more for the road, I guess. We'll take care of it in the future. Future me's problem if I want to get a nice even number for my Revenant XP. It's a problem for another day. Ooh, I'm all out of mana. I guess that's a side effect of wearing a mage outfit, is I do lose mana pretty quickly. Alright. That should definitely be 5. Now I get to do Enderman Slayer. Now I get to use my mage setup. I actually think, hang on. No, I've already gone past the 1 mil mark. I don't think I want to touch Blaze Slayer unless something really crazy happens. That perfect 1 mil looks really clean right now. Alright. And swap over to Mage Reforges. Alright, I'm trying to think. What do I need for the Funny Slayer? Do I need anything in particular? I need to auto-pet disable this. This gets me more XP. And Enderman Pet on spawn helps me do more damage. But I'm not cycling these that much. So I think going Ender Dragon full send isn't too bad of an idea. I've also got this on standby if I fail miserably. Hello, Kyoya. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I am doing a bingo. You can see that in the top right corner. That's the remaining tasks that I have to do. Warp Sepulchre. That one. This place. We just completed Kill 5 T5 Revenants. We're now going to do Void Gloom. Our goal is to get this done before the playtime ticks over. We have less than 1 hour remaining. And then I'm going to be celebrating 20k playtime hours. Alright, we're about to spawn. I don't know where. Up here. I realize I don't have atoms split out. That would be a helpful find. A very helpful find, actually. Okay, well, no rest for me, I guess. I'll be running playtime detailed at the very end of the stream, Rui. That's my plan. Alright, I definitely need something to break Hit's phase a little quicker, because that's miserable. Beacon. Still have to do one whirly around? Okay. It has been a long time since I've done that. Also, why not use summons? Because I hate summons. Sorry. Alright, in my experience, Atom Split plus Terminator. How many arrows am I killing in my quiver? A lot. What does Jax need for explosive arrows? It's like coal blocks or something. What are these? These are dungeon books. These are dungeon items. This is literally garbage. This might be a little better than garbage. Sex. Need I... Okay, fantastic. So now what I can do is something along the lines of take that out, put that in, sex, get a ton of coal, and now call Jax. You're really backseat gaming tonight. Alright, that's an excessive amount of explosive arrows, considering I'm just going to end up voiding the explosive arrows after I'm done with this. But onwards. So that's one. So now hits phase will be trivial even after not needing summons. No, it's not an issue of you backseat game. What aspect of the game have I played the most? I'm just reading this message. Sorry for the delay. Most of what I do is Skyblock levels. I used to be hyper fixated on getting my weight up, so like overflow skills and grinding upwards of taking a quick break to show here, but I used to be within the top 1k for each of these skills. Some of them I've fallen a bit further down on, but overall I was pretty proud of my placement, and I think I had a nice respectable weight position, and then I pivoted entirely to Skyblock levels. This is my boss. Okay. Hang on. Okay, this guy needs to get out of my way. What the heck are you doing, bro? That's not my beacon. That's not my... I can't see my boss. Literally throwing whoever that guy is. It says my name above it. I'm gonna get killed because I don't know where the beacon beams are. Oh, this is abysmal. And I'm getting dark magic spammed. Lovely. Lovely. The boss teleported to you using some really dark magic. Can you use some really dark magic to fix your game, Hypixel? Oh my goodness. Yes, you did. Sorry about that. Usually I got streamer mode enabled. There we go. Killed it anyways. Usually it's middle mouse click. I have dedicated to mute and unmute on Discord, and I also think that that was the keybind to get the frickin' boss retargeted using my mod. It's really helpful when my mod hides beacon beams from other people's bosses. It's less helpful when my mod hides my own beacon beams. Haha. You still want that profile review. Another time. Just left click hit your boss. So whatever mods... Okay, no. I'm using not a smart mod. I'm using something called Skyblock Extras. And I actually have to, like, focus middle click or some funny button to target the boss again. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Left click doesn't fix it. Profile review another day. In fact, I might make it a donor thing, since everybody comes into the stream wanting a profile review. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, Skyblock without Auction House is really painful. Is that mine? That's mine. Okay. Okay, have fun. Get your shield broken. Womp womp. See, now it's targeting and it's lit up in rainbow chromo. I do think that hitting the boss with a left click would fix the dark magic. Or letting it melee hit me. That's, typically I think the dark magic thing only happens when I'm not letting the thing hit me. Okay, I would appreciate it. Yeah, there's the Pharaoh spam. Alright, we still need one more beacon. There we go. Alright. I am blanking on the total boss kills. The good news is, I believe whatever the XP shown here is keeping an accurate track, an accurate tally for me. So we want it to be at a whole value. Yeah, I need to bonk it a few times. You're exactly right there. I need to bonk these people who are spawning the bosses all over the place. I think another thing that's throwing me off is when I did all of my bosses, I had the actual Final Destination armor on at the time. So I had to worry a lot less about potential damage. You're right more often than you give yourself credit for. Alright, there's a left click on the boss. Hopefully that fixes my annoyances. Alright, throw your beacon. Come on. Beam time. Unfortunate beam. Only sometimes. Alright. Is that done? No, it's still 2 more bosses, I believe. Or one more. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I could probably scroll up in chat here. No, I cannot. I cannot scroll up in chat. One of these days I should hide wither impact damage messages, but it's such a helpful tool to know how much damage I'm doing. Okay, someone killed a mini. Oh wait, no, that was a flare. They really color-code things in the weirdest ways. Oh, a mini. Ooh, another mini. It's at least these two more bosses. That's all I need to know. Okay, I would like it if you guys didn't get in my face. Yippee! And one more for the road, just in case. There's been a double mini-boss kill? On what? Where? Okay, go for it. That's yours. Okay, never mind. Alright. That's your beacon, not mine. That's his beacon. Surely not my beacon. Yeah, my beacon's right there. Let's go. That should be... I feel like that's just another different way of asking for a profile review. I'm gonna be completely honest. That is kill 5 Void Gloams. Although, I would say anyone with a Iron Man profile who puts in the level of commitment that you have, that's a pretty nice accomplishment that you should be proud of. Alright, I'm not going to bother putting on all of the mining setup. Warp base. Now, one of the fastest ways to get mine shafts, other than the person in chat. Okay, so unfortunately my laptop has died. That's typically what I use to crack open... Oh, congratulations. I don't think you have to measure up to me at all, Rui. Don't feel bad. If anything, you should be proud you don't have levels of playtime. Why don't I make vids and clips for my stream? They might help my channel grow faster. Yes. So that is, again, every single stream that I try to do right now, Kayo, is I try to do something and making it a little bit better. This time I have a focused topic. I've got a big celebration. I might even clip something from this. Who knows? But yeah, videos are definitely going to help grow the faster a lot faster than YouTube live streams. It's really hard for people to find the chat that way. I think that using the auction house, leveraging that to get your profile up the way that you have, Kyria, that's still pretty good. I don't think there's any right way to play the game. Some people just have a lot more free time than others. I will never have the free time that I did during lockdown again. It's a VOD, Rui. You can always go back and clip it. It'll get uploaded to the channel. And Kyoya, if you want to tune into future live streams, I will be live throughout the duration of Bingo, which is the first of every month. I do Skyblock Bingo consistently. That's why I started streaming. And then I picked up a small but dedicated fan base of people who enjoy having me stream. So I've decided to keep at it. Yeah. Well, then you'll just have to rewatch the entire video. Put it on as background noise. Listen to it as white noise as you go to sleep. Anything to get those watch time hours up. Another thing is the YouTube algorithm actually prefers high duration content nowadays. If you can get a long video that people are going to watch, you're set. Now, unfortunately, you either have to be entertaining enough to keep people around for many hours at a time, which is a huge time investment for people, or you pop up on someone's autoplay and it just keeps going and going and going. There are some videos from a bunch of different people, old live stream VODs, and sometimes the algorithm picks it up and it goes viral. Yeah. I am hopefully also close to spawning a tunnel. I don't like my odds, actually. 40 minutes to spawn a Carrot King makes me a little bit nervous. I'm not going to do anything in the mine shaft, really. I might grab the corpses if they're there. But other than that, I am dashing over to spawn a Carrot King as fast as I can. It's going to be down to the wire. Which is what makes it exciting. I did not account for how long some of these tasks would take, though. Uh-oh. Well, I set a personal goal for myself. That's what I do. Ow. Why does it take so long to get a mine shaft? I thought the efficient miner here was supposed to greatly increase your odds of getting one. And there was supposed to be like mine shaft pity at some point. please. 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 I just want to go into a mine shaft. I don't even care which type. Although, if I am going to get to the point of hard pitying, smart choice would be to pivot over to Peridot right now. And try to get a Peridot crystal. Yeah, you'll have a lot of time from the sounds of things, really. A lot of time to tune into my bingo streams. Around this time every single night throughout the duration of Hypixel Skyblock Bingo, which is the first of the month. Starting midnight Eastern Standard Time, I will be live. That's what I do. I go live and I stream bingo. I don't know of many other people who do that at this point. So I've carved out my own niche in that regard. Oh no. Yeah, it is late for you. It's late for me. Okay, mineshaft, let's go. Enter the mineshaft. Anything good? It is Ruby 1. Womp Womp 2 Lapis Corpses. Let's speedrun it. Lapis Corpse 1. Over and around the bend. It's not here. What's my biggest flex item? If we're not counting inflated cosmetic skins, then my biggest flex item is probably my Devon's drill, honestly. I feel like I put a ton of time into that, and with all of the components that are on it, the drill engines, fuel tanks, all that kind of stuff, I feel like it's my biggest accomplishment in this game. I forged most of the materials for it, including the drill. I didn't go and buy a ton of stuff. Alright. Well, the rest of that's all for you. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good one. Alright, mining materials go away. Slayer sword goes away. Crimson nether stuff. Is this a Soul Eater bow? It is Soul Eater. This goes here in the dungeon chest. We'll find a place for a Wither Cloak another time. Dump all of the eggs out. All your rubies. Let's go. Alright. Fishing. Put all of the fishing equipment on. Put the Rod of the Sea out. Alright. I think that this goes under yellow somewhere. I don't know. We'll move a pet cake. Ta-da! And, of course, I'm dumping a ton of cash into carrot bait. No guarantee that I will need any of these things. Warp hub. I'm gonna aqueduct fish, I think is the strat here. I don't think we get barnfish capped. So, 35 minutes to catch a Carrot King. Well, I should be able to manage that. Okay. I may have overcomplicated this issue a little bit. I thought this was going to take upwards of 15 minutes. We're done. We are, hello, little guy. How's it going? I don't know. Golden Dragon, I guess? Nope. No funny thing. But I've spawned a mineshaft and I have killed the Carrot King. That is everything. To grow your channel at a good rate, you have to upload every form of content, even shorts. And for a Skyblock player, it's good to switch over to every form of content. I agree. That is definitely a plan that I should be working towards in the future. Shorts content, I feel like the vertical editing of videos is a lot more complicated than vertical stream highlight. But shorts content creators, they grow in a completely different way. Shorts content creators, they'll explode in popularity for things completely different from their main channel content even. And those subscribers, there's not a lot of crossover. If you want to grow your YouTube channel, I think Shorts is a fantastic way to do it. But in terms of long-term engagement, I'm worried that that does not translate over into good viewership. I have seen a couple of people broadcast certain events that they're doing, using a short as kind of a lead-in to it. Like, I'm going to be doing this event, and I'm going to broadcast it in a short. I'm going to give a little teaser of it. And you can go watch the video here. You can go watch the stream at this time. That'd be a fantastic way to announce, like, something like this. I could do a miniature stream, or maybe if I do another bingo stream, I give a highlight back to this one. And then that kind of perpetuates, like, you can go watch this, or you can go watch the previous attempt now. And I think that's the way that you drive engagement. Otherwise, you're not having a good time in terms of people who will watch your shorts. They won't watch all of the other content. I know plenty of people, like, I'm a viewer that is guilty of this. I know people that I follow just for their shorts content. I will not click on a single video that they make. Alright, well, I got through 3 of this carrot bait. Let's go. Let's try to resell some of this. Alright. That's everything. I still have 30 minutes until my 20k. That's crazy. Well, let's go to my island. If there's anything that I could do right now to try and get a little bit of long-term playtime luck, it's Inferno minions. And Inferno minions, they require a little bit of overhead and crafting. Unless you've got something like this, where you've already pre-set up an entire set of hypergolics for yourself. I'm not opposed to short-form content in terms of lowering the attention span. The attention span is going to be lowered whether it's through YouTube videos that have very fast jump cuts and a lot of action in them, or through you manually doing that to yourself through the scrolling feed. The thing that takes your attention away is not the content being 60 seconds that you're scrolling through. That's bad, but it doesn't lower you to 12 seconds. The problem is the accessibility of the content. No longer are you switching through TV channels and forced to watch a certain show or something that's on. You have the entire internet at your fingertips. The cultural cornerstones that are like, everybody talks about this show at work, that doesn't exist anymore. They talk about seasons of a show because they binge them all in one night so that they can talk about something relevant or not get spoiled by their coworkers. It's a very silly thing where we've developed Rather than something that brings us together, we fragmented ourselves across the internet. That's my critique on modern day streaming, is I feel like any sort of constant enjoyment that we could share as a collective has been taken away from us. Oh yeah, that's aggressive marketing in a way. If you're gonna try to wake everybody up. Alright, let's fuel up Inferno minions. Oh boy, I technically didn't collect this last minion. Well, now I collected this last minion. I should have known, because I picked up an uneven amount of not 10. It's a good thing that I collected that. No Apex to celebrate, but maybe if I fuel them right now for my 20k playtime hour celebration. Uh-oh. Well, that's a waste of a teardrop eyedrop thingy, because I need to craft this using these. Yoink. Whoops. Whee. It's really bad. That's on my best running minion. Well, unlucky. It's at the point where I lose tens of millions of coins every single time I fuel these ones. Because I don't even make roughly the cost of fueling one back in Apexes alone. Or in Vertexes. An Apex might bring me closer towards breaking even, but I'm not making much money from all this. Alright, we want one of the bows doesn't have Toxifite 10, if I'm remembering correctly. No, they both do. Okay, we'll do Champion on Aspect of the End. And for the... what needs combat? This Tarantula does. I already have maxed level 100 pets. This is just a second pet I'm leveling up. Give you the mummy instead. Well, then both of our profiles get wiped. If I don't have a reason to give out the money, I'm gonna be honest, there's no giveaways happening from me anytime soon. After seeing what they've done to some of the more decently well-known content creators that don't have red name, I fear for my life. I know that I'm not doing anything wrong, but that's not gonna help me anyways. How's that? How do I fear for my life? Well, if I take any amount of contraband, or give any amount of contraband, I could get blasted off into the next century in terms of my ban and wipe. I mean, we're streaming me doing 20k playtime hours. I don't want to lose this profile for absolutely no reason. And I don't want to get banned from the game for absolutely no reason. I'll take a 1 month break on my own, but if I'm forced to by a ban, that'll make me feel miserable. No, I'm not going to be giving anything away throughout all of that. I think I've finally sunset my contributions towards that. I don't think it's safe. I've seen people get wiped now for the most ridiculous of things. And it's true, you don't know where the coins are coming from if you take contraband. But all it takes is one false flag, and your profile gets put at risk. And I don't think that my profile is as much at risk compared to someone that starts a new profile and they win an SBU giveaway. That's completely different. But if I'm giving away an item to somebody who's a sub-level 50 profile, yeah, if I give away, let's say, 100 mil to someone who's below level 50, there's a chance that they get wiped. There's a chance that I get wiped. It all just depends, like, where the coins are coming from, if the trade is flagged as suspicious, if you do giveaways very frequently. There's a bunch of factors, probably even things that I don't understand at this point, but that's the point. I don't understand. They obfuscate this stuff purposely, and it makes me feel like trading with other players for anything that's not equal value is not safe anymore. That's my read on the current state of the game. And if you want to trade or do giveaways or accept giveaways, whatever, more power to you, and I hope that your profile is safe. I don't wish any ill will on anybody. But it's not worth losing my profile. Alright, well, in the last 23 minutes, I'm just going to go over my island. I'm sure that this will show up in many different streams. I'm just going to cover the history of my island. Give us a little retrospective. So, the first thing built on the island, of course, you've got the hub portal and the chest down below. This has stayed, other than the torches, relatively the same the entire way through. Yeah, I agree, Rui. If you have a giant prize pool of money, it's fun to play around with. Until you get banned, or until the other person who's giving you the money also gets banned. I believe this was the original hub portal, but I broke it, and I put another hub portal behind here. These two NPCs... yeah. I don't remember what this is supposed to be saying. It's something like you should probably leave or get out while you still can. That's what it's supposed to be. You should probably get out while you still can. Welcome to Skyblock. You should probably get out while you still can. Very iconic. But yeah, the first thing that I made on this island was, in fact, this profile and a small bridge connecting it over to here. Over time, this platform has extended and become a much wider and easier to traverse thing. You'll also notice there's chests scattered throughout all of the island. That's because I have 3,017 out of 1,000 chests on the island, and I refuse to break any chest that exists on this island. Because if I break it, I'm not getting it back. So every chest, from the most redundant of things, free stuff lol, with lapis armor back from 2019, all the way to like a big storage system, they all stay. I'd love to tidy up my island, but I don't want to risk my chest count as a result of that. And I also don't see the admins budging in any way, because a high chest count allows people to store large dupe stashes or obfuscate what it is that they're trying to hide within a large clutter of storage. So I imagine this is also to make it easier for the staff team to go through large inventories like this. The next thing that was added here is this big house. It's got an attempt at an aquarium in the floor. It's got some stuff that was once here, including like a silence block, a couple of other things. It was intended to be like a starter house, but it never got doors, nor did it get windows. Next up, we have the Minions platform. This is just a grid of minions that once existed. I'm going to be right back, actually. Alright, and back to the virtual tour. So, we left off at the Minion Plateau right here. And there's a couple of notable structures here. The first one, this one right here, is a egg catcher. So what would happen is a bunch of chickens would sit right here, and they would bob up and down in this water. Then a player would sit bouncing right here, and back in the day this would prevent you from being AFK. So you could sit here and manually collect the eggs to craft pets. This is how I crafted most of my pets, getting the super enchanted eggs for them back in the day. I could also crack open this trap door, and the eggs would flow into this hopper down here into that chest. Likewise, it's a little messed up. I used to have signs here, but I would have monsters, various creatures would spawn in here, and they would go against this lava blade, which sits atop slabs, which then sit atop hoppers, and then this would automatically collect a bunch of different mob drops. This includes animals. I had rabbits in here for the longest time to get the rabbit T11 minion. That was one of the worst things to do back in the day. Nowadays you could just buy it, but having to manually grind that, I was not buying the meats for the millions of coins that they were worth back in the day. And I was rushing to get minions collected. That was one of my things. I also used to, in this area right here, have a mob grinder which would drop mobs onto the ground back when they would drop items, and then those could be picked up by hoppers. That's how I got skeleton, zombie, any 2-block tall mobs for the most part. I set up with that and got kills that way. Then my first storage area over here, notably, was this is where I first started out. Every single thing here kind of has a chest dedicated to it. Like, there's items that are left in it. Most of the things that were empty chests I was actually removing back in the day, because the goal was to move it back to this storage, and nothing would exist in here anymore. Unfortunately, halfway through, they added a chest cap, so I can't ever finish this chest storage without removing 2,000 chests on my island first. And even then, I'm pretty sure that this chest storage, if I were to fill it out fully with chests, it'll hit the limit before this and all of this stuff even get cleared out. I think the quartz block area alone maxes that chest limit. I also used to have a dark oak island over here, which was removed a long time ago, but that's where I initially got my bat talisman. Nowadays, the dark oak island, along with a shoddily made box full of bats, exists over here. And if I crawl up inside this place, I do need 100 more bat kills for Bat Bestiary. That is 1 Skyblock XP I can grind for eventually. Double chest is 2, so I only have about 1,500 double chests on my island, really. Enjoy your Overwatch. I don't know if that means that you're not going to be tuning into the stream anymore, but if you're leaving, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you spending your time here. Playtime. I'm almost there if you want to stick around for the fun celebration. I'll go through my detailed playtime breakdown, and we can get a screenshot of that funny number. That's my main goal for sitting around and actively playing during this time. I missed 10k hours. I was probably AFK during that time, but I'm not missing 20k. So, alright. Anyways, on with the tour. This is the fishing platform. I put a large armada of fishing T11 minions with the goal of getting my co-op up to a fishing 50 back in the day. I don't believe that I managed that, but I got myself up to fishing 50 first, and then we pivoted over to melon minions, which were pretty profitable. That's this structure up here. A set of melon minions all around a farming crystal in the center, boosting their productivity. Nowadays, I just keep 1 melon minion around for the lush bearberries. I used to have a red gift, the Krampus helmet, on that guy, but I believe I've moved that to another location since. This is a tube full of Revenant minions, which would all get pushed into one corner, bouncing up and down. This is initially how I got my top damage in the game. I threw a bone meringue in this direction, and I killed all of the zombies, and it stacked the bone meringue damage. So what I would do is I would kill half of them, and then orient it so that I was going on return. The bone meringue would kill the other half, and that doubled return damage paired with a bunch of mobs being hit caused, it was like 1 trillion or some large damage number that I will never replicate since. But I believe it's stored as my highest damage in the game. Also, during Jerry, if you're killing stuff on your private island, this was before the desert island released, there was not really a good way to grind out Jerry mobs. So what I would do is I would have a big pile of Revenants. Revenants would give combat XP at the time, so they would help to spawn a Jerry. And the Jerrys would be trapped inside of this box, and reach the max number of dropped items. What's dropping items on my island? What? That's silly. I don't know how that works. Anyways. Wait a minute, is it when I step on the pressure plates did that? Why am I reaching a dropped item limit on my island? That's not right. Is there something going on with the vertical farms? No, you seem proper and not broken. I am baffled. What has caused that? Anyways, I would just be getting a ton of Jerry's spawn from this location, and I could take turns with, back in the day I had an active co-op member, so we would take turns actually grinding the Jerry's out, and it's a very fun memory. One of my fondest, actually, of Skyblock is sitting here just talking with a bunch of friends and killing a Jerry every 5 minutes. Out of context, that sounds really weird. And then we would sit up here, because if we didn't have cookie buff, this would prevent us from being kicked. You can actually see in here, I believe, yeah, I've stacked up a ton of Revenant T9s, and you can see that they've got a ton of resources generated as well. Likewise up here, I have a ton of Melon T12s. I paid someone to pelt grind for me for all of these melon minions. So it's probably the only service that's very unconventional other than carries that I've ever had someone do for me. I was paying them by the minion for each one that they got me, and I paid them a pretty good price back in the day, I believe. Alright, onwards and continuing, we have this hallway, which was originally intended to store all of the minions. This is where I put stuff like Inferno minions. I spent a lot of time decorating this and making it very fancy. And at the end of it all, I realized that I could just stack all of the mobs on the same block and kind of compact it a little bit more. So this hallway only saw the use of like one T11 minion in each spot. I'd probably still put tarantulas in here, or like some sort of spider, but that's about it. This over here is just a stash of Wolf Slayer. This up here is Tarantula Slayer and Spider Talismans. This over here is a bunch of Revenant Flesh. And this is like more Revenant based items. When I was grinding out Quartz Collection, I maxed out the slots of my minions. Oh, fun little trivia fact. Back in the day, Jayev actually responded to forums. Jayev Armin's an admin, a Skyblock developer for this game. And they actually had a dialogue where they wanted to make the range that a minion was able to place things in correspond to how fast they were going to work. So if someone was constricting their poor minion to one block of space to place and break a piece of sand, well, then it would go really slow. But I argued that if a minion with less space works slow, then a minion with more space should go faster. And that's why the minion expander gives you 5% minion speed. I don't know if a change like that would get passed with the reasoning that it did. I don't believe that slower minions actually went through as a concept. So that's kind of a remnant, and that's why minion expanders give you that 5% speed. It's because they were going to do something with minions that they didn't actually end up doing. And that is my, for sure, 100% contribution to Skyblock. Jaya confirmed that that was added to the game on the forums post. I'm so happy. Did not get a creative mind for that, but just the satisfaction of it being added is enough. This is the AFK leaderboard. So Yinny is a friend of mine who helped me get to Social 25. For the longest time I was within the top 100 players doing Social. Then some Social XP dupes came around. Now I'm a little bit behind, but what I would do initially was I had offered to pay him a large sum of money based on how many points he got on the social display. So you could sit there between two pressure plates, and that's how it initially ended up. But he wanted to AFK without cookies, so I turned it into an AFK pool, which slightly reduced his social points. But he didn't care about the money, he just kind of wanted to quit the game, or I think it was bizarre flipping or something in the AFK pool here. He just wasn't moving. And he's responsible for getting some of the best social XP. I was like, I think number 30. And I didn't have any reason for anyone to visit my thing. I wasn't AFKing on other people's islands. Yinny carried very heavily. And all it takes is one person. So, some of these people are people that I know, people that are previously in my co-op. Some of them, like the changing map here, they are currently in my co-op. But you can see parkour times. There's just a list here of people who all got 0 seconds. If they wore diver's armor, they could like launch themselves forward through these paths and get a 0 tick pretty easily on the parkour there. I used to have ghasts on my island. This is a fire from one of those. And there's a parkour down here that I made for a friend of mine who is turtle is his skin. So I started it out on a turtle, and there's a couple of other tinier turtles. This is like a sheriff turtle. The ping you wish you had is the 5-bar ping. The parkour is brutal. This is a little spawn island I made. For a while, this is where visitors would spawn. You've got Jerry, Sam, and a nice little zen garden down here. It's the only time I actually tried building something on my island. I've got various minion stuff. I used to have a lot of Magma Cube minions in the center here. You would stand here with a full set of gold ore armor with bank, and then the Witherborn would kill everything around you, netting you a ton of coins. So that's why this is AFK. This is the most recent addition. It's a bunch of Magma Cube minions. That might actually be why. If these are falling down and not getting picked up. Nah. I don't know why there's so many items on my island. Anyways, these Magma Cubes, if I get within the range of them, the result is that some of these guys won't be able to reach any minions. But they all kill their stuff at the same time, and they're pretty good. This weird selection of minions that I have down right now, Glowstone, Mycelium, Red Sand, Blaze, Magma Cream, that's all so that I can get Amalgamated Crimsonite, so that I can craft with Derelict Dash. I've been upgrading Inferno minions and padding out my Inferno collection. We'll go through a number of that other stuff. I'm sure my collection chests will come up at some point in the future. This right here, though, this is a fun trick. If you have hoppers, place torches above them and have sand minion, or sand minions, plural, you can filter all of this dropped sand into chests, and this doubles the output of your minion. Because rather than having to do a place and break action, while your island is loaded, this minion is going to work twice as fast, producing materials, but you're not going to get any collection from that if that's something you care about. But if you're just in it for sand, this was insanely good. And then they added block fortune to sand. And now I don't think that there's any reason to ever do that. There we go! That's the playtime! 20k hours! I've maxed out my bingo. I've completed everything I set out to do tonight. And honestly, it has been a joy having you all here. That's okay. I'll type it out. 20k. I'm very excited. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in. Thank you to all of the VOD watchers. As promised, I'm going to do a playtime detailed, and we're going to go through step by step here. Spoilers here, but you can see I've spent over, or almost half of my time has been spent on a private island of some kind, either mine or somebody else's, mostly mine. And I would say that most of this is not active time that I'm playing on my island. Obviously some of it is, like I gotta build and claim minions and do all that stuff, but thousands upon thousands of those hours. I was on for nearly the entirety of 2020, like 280 days, and most of that was AFK on my private island. Next is the hub. Sometimes I'll get kicked to the hub and then I have to AFK there for like 15 minutes at a time. But again, I did most of my slayers in the hub, and I also just kind of bounce around there when I'm bored. There's stuff to do there. I will typically sit in auction and bazaar in the hub. If I'm going to be doing any kind of flipping, I will go there. Garden? Of course, the garden. Sometimes I'll AFK here for visitors, but for the most part, this is actually genuine active playtime, because the garden is just so unforgiving in that regard. I sit there for like 10 hours at a time sometimes on some days, and it's a fun time. But I wish that the grind was not as long as this. I still need probably at least another 500 more hours in the garden, maybe more, to complete everything. This also factors in, like, there's times that I've done 10-hour building sessions to build a garden just for them to kill whatever the method is. First it was the height of the garden. Then it became they don't want teleport pads anymore. Or no, they reduced the teleport pads. So I changed my farm to incorporate fewer of them and make it like an all-in-one teleport farm. Then they removed all teleport pads. So now my thing is definitely broken. So I've built the farm at least 4 times off of memory. But there's probably other things I've had to fix in the farm as well. There was a new tech discovered with like beds and respawning and changing lanes. But I didn't even bother with that because I knew that they were going to kill it. I'm trying to farm how they intended, which is boxes, lots of ugly boxes. There is no making the garden pretty, even if they said that they wanted that on the forums post. Dwarven Mines, I grinded most of my mithril powder out here before it was cool. Crystal Nucleus did not release, and I was hooked on the mining content back in the day. But this is also where I spend a lot of my Spooky Festival, and it's probably also counting the time in the Glacial Tunnels, and I did a lot of that recently. Crimson Isle, I spend a lot of time idling here for Kudra parties. But I also sometimes do the Crimson Isle content. I don't think 1,000 hours is reasonable, but maybe there's a little bit of AFK time there as well. Crystal Hollows, this makes sense. This was one of my main money-making methods back in the day. I used to armadillo mine all the time. This number definitely tracks with how often I remember being in the Crystal Hollows. It's hard to believe that I've spent more time in the Nether than the Crystal Hollows, though. Dungeons, of course, you're going to play a lot of dungeons on Skyblock. Deceivingly enough, my dungeons playtime is actually really low for someone my level. I'm only Cata 46, but my Skyblock level is nearly maxed, so I've got a lot of catacombs and Dungeon Hub to go. But sadly, this is nothing but trying to find people or waiting around. Almost 500 hours of my life has been spent waiting for people to get into a party. Woe is me. The end, a surprisingly small amount of time considering how much time I spent here back in the day. I was not a zealot grinder by any means, but I definitely grinded quite a few different things here, from the Enderman. Oh, that's why. Blaze Slayer. Blaze Slayer took up a ton of my time, and that's why I was in Crimson Isle for ages. But Void Glooms were done here, and I also did a ton of... like, I'm nearly maxed on my Dragon Bestiary, but I did a ton of Bestiary stuff back in the day here. The Park. Forging 50, enough said. Spider's Den. I grinded a lot more Arachnes over the max Bestiary. I also spawn them sometimes for bingo players because I'm generous. Gold Mine. Hoppity's Hunt. That's why I'm here mainly. That's my region of choice for when I was doing Hoppities back in the day. And I would sometimes spend up to 20 hours in a Hoppity session grinding Hoppities, and I regret everything. Jerry's Workshop. Bestiary, doing the event, helping people out. Farming Islands, mostly Trevor Trapper, but I can imagine that there's some other stuff that I needed to do there. A lot of hunts time for the Golden Ball I also spent on the Farming Islands. The Rift. You can see how rusty I was coming back into the Rift. I have not played this much since I completed all of the content. I look forward to Mountaintop. That'll probably push me at least above 100 hours in the Rift, is the hope. Deep Caverns. Cool. Lots of Bestiary grinding. I think I went like triple or quadruple the required amount for most Bestiaries there. Kudra, a surprisingly low number. I don't do a lot of Kudra. I don't have Kudra mod on my mod profile right now. I need to grind a ton of Kudra, and Inferno Kudra would be the best way to do that quickly. Mineshafts. I don't spend a lot of time in Mineshafts. They kick me out pretty quickly. Instance content, I believe, is like old Kudra and some other stuff. Mushroom Desert. Now I'm confused, because I've definitely spent more time here than here. Maybe this is, I don't know. I don't get this. And then Dark Auction. I hardly ever go to the Dark Auction. And when you do, it's super quick. It's like a 2-minute endeavor. So, obviously, playtime in the Dark Auction is going to be pretty small. With that, profile in review. I have done 20k hours. I have the screenshot. I have the number here. I'm very happy. Unfortunately, this detailed playtime breakdown is missing about 43 hours or so. It totals up to still below 20k, but the number in chat says 20k, and that's what the celebration is all about. I'm happy that you've all joined. There's a Discord down in the description if you want to join for that. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow for the bingo stream on actual Hypixel Skyblock bingo this time. Bye-bye!